So you want to learn how to do the lattice multiplication method. Well, today we're going to take a closer look at it. Today's objective is to be introduced to the lattice multiplication method and to solve simple problems using this method. I think if you're not familiar with it already, you're going to think it's really kind of fun. The lattice multiplication is a method of multiplying large numbers using a grid. This method breaks the multiplication process into smaller steps. Digits to be carried are written within the grid, making them harder to miss. So we're going to walk through it step by step. This next page is a little bit blurry, but I think you'll get the idea of what it's trying to explain. Two-digit numbers multiplied by a one-digit number, the grid would look like this. The one-digit number would be written here, and the two-digit numbers here. This next one illustrates a two-digit number being multiplied by another two-digit number. One-digit, two-digit by another one-digit, two-digit number. This next one, I bet you could guess what it is. It's a three-digit number, so digit 1, 2, 3, being multiplied by a two-digit number. And so you just draw the different grids. It's pretty easy. Now watch as I calculate a couple of lattice multiplication problems. Okay, so our problem is 29 times 9. So it's a two-digit number by a one-digit number, and you start on the right side. You start here and you go 9 times 9 is 81. The 10s go up here, so the 8 and the 1 would go down here. We've already multiplied these two numbers, so now we're going to do 9 times 2. And 9 times 2 is, you say it, it's 18. So we're going to put the 1 here and the 8 here. Now we've done the hard part. Now the easy part is you add up the columns. I kind of think of them as roads, and here's the line of the road. So 1 plus nothing is 1. This next one, 8 plus 8 is 16. So you're going to put the 6 down here and carry the 1 right here. And this last one that you do is 1 plus 1 is 2. So your final answer for 29 times 9 is 261. Here's another problem. Now I want you to watch as I draw the lattice and then watch as I solve the problem. So it's 86 times 7. So it's a two-digit number. So I'm going to draw my lattice. And I write kind of big, so this is going to be a little bit big. It's two digits, so here's my two digits right here, 1, 2. So this is an 8, and above this box, I'm going to put a 6, and it's multiplied by 7, which is a one-digit number. I'm going to put my multiplication sign up here so I remember I'm multiplying, and then I'm going to draw in the grids. Whoopsie, that's a little bit crooked, but that's okay. And now I start the problem. I start on the right. 7 times 6 is what? 7 times 6 is 42. Put the 4 up here and the 2 down here. Done with this. So now I do 7 times 8 is 56. 5 up here, the 6 down here. And now it's time to add up within the rows, or like I think of it as roads, the lines of a road. So here I have 2, because there's nothing to add to it. This one I have 4 plus 6 is 10. I'm going to write down the 0 and carry the 1. And this one, 5 plus 1 is 6. So the product, which is the answer to a multiplication problem, of 86 times 7 is 602. Now, I want you to write this down in your notebook, and I want you to solve this problem. 72 times 5. Pause it right now. All right, so you're back, so I'm going to do it. Here's my lattice. It's 72 times 5, and I'm going to put in my grid. And I'm going to put a 7 and a 2 and a 5. 5 times 2 is 10. 5 times 7 is 35. And then I add them up. This would be a 0. This would be a 6. And this would be a 3. So the product to 72 times 5 is 360. If you didn't get it right, go and compare your work to my work, and then jot down any questions that you may have. Okay, we're going to do double digit by double digit. So first, watch me make the lattice. Ooh, I'm going to have to squeeze this in because it's double digit by double digit. So up here, 79 times 43. Okay, I'm going to, oops, I have to draw on the grids. I almost forgot that. Whoopsie. You'll just work with me on that. Okay, so I have 3 times 9 is 27. Oops, Mrs. Lau made a mistake there, 2 and a 7. Then we have 4 times 9 is 36. Then we have 3 times 7 is 21. And then we have 4 times 7 is 28. And then I add up in the rows, and I get 7. This one I get 6, 7, 8, 9. Nothing to carry. This one I get 8 plus 2 is 10 plus 3 is 13. Carry the 1. So our final answer is 3,000. Let's try to write it a little bit decent. 397. That is the product of 79 times 43. Try solving a couple of problems using the lattice method. The first one that I want you to put in your notebook is 23 times 47. You can pause it when you need to. And the second one is a little bit bigger. It's 456 times 7, and I'm going to help you out by getting the grid started. It's a triple digit, so I'm going to have 3 spaces up above by 1 space over here. So this is the 7. I'm putting in my multiplication sign. This is 456. And then you're going to draw the grids like this. Whoops. You're going to do that in your notebook. You can also use it for larger numbers. 2,314 times 157. This is what your grid would look like. I want you to do this in your notebook as well. Pause it when you need to, but I have the grids drawn in here for you. And one last thing, we have a couple more problems to solve. If for some reason you get stuck and this is confusing, don't solve them. Just write down what you can do and we will look at it tomorrow. And write down any questions that you have and we will discuss your questions the next time we meet. Have a wonderful evening and I will see you soon. Bye.